Hi everyone, and welcome to Tech Solutions Hub YouTube channel. It's your friend and technology instructor, Tech Wizard, and this channel is passionate about helping people who are blind or visually impaired to live more independent and fulfilling lives through technology by sharing and uploading the latest news and updates on technology for the blind. From time to time, you will be hearing different voices on the channel who will be covering everything from new assistive devices to accessible apps and softwares. These personalities will also be sharing tips and tricks on how to use technology to your advantage. We will be so glad if you can subscribe to the channel. I hope you'll find our videos helpful and informative. Please feel free to leave comments, share the videos, and suggest topics for future videos. Together, we can make technology more accessible for everyone.
The instrumental for this video is provided by InnerSanctum Entertainment Ltd.
Hello guys, you are welcome to another episode of our tutorial. In this tutorial, Charles M.O. Peters will be showing us how we can have access to the real natural voices from Microsoft on our Android phone. If you are watching our video for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, drop your comment, like our video, and share our content with your community. Also, the link to download the file that we'll be using to have access to the voices will be available in the description box for this video. Without wasting much of our time, let's go straight into the tutorial.
Hello lovely people, welcome to another edition of our demo on technology. Today we are going to be exploring the Microsoft One Voice application. This application has several lovely voices which you can use along with your screen reader. It's a TTS voice engine, just like you have ETI Eloquence, Smart Voice, and many other text-to-speech engines. So the Microsoft One Voice, it's more like a narrator voice, a set of voices for Microsoft Narrator, just like you have it on your laptops or desktops. And these voices are quite large. So if you are downloading them, you will need a lot of data. It's over 500 MB. They all come in a zip file. Such a file contains different voices or different things inside. So you have to extract that file to be able to get all that is inside the file. So for example, you can decide to have a lot of music and then you want to create a folder for the music and then you want to zip the folder. That's a zip file. Once you zip it, before you can download such a folder, you just have to download it in a zip file extension. So that is what a zip file is. So all these voices are zipped. That means you need an extractor to be able to unzip them. But in this case, these same Microsoft One voices have an APK file as well. It has an APK file application as well, which you can also install. It is this same APK file that you will use in extracting those voices. You will have to load the voices into the APK file before you can now start enjoying the various voices. They are very beautiful voices, and I'm sure that by the time you listen to some of these voices, you will really understand what I mean when I say they are very beautiful and lovely voices. So without further ado, I would go to my home screen and then I will now insert my flash drive where I have the Microsoft One Voices app as well as the APK file. So I will then copy these two files into my phone. That's my download folder on my internal memory on the phone. And from there I'll be able to do all I need to do with the file and the zip folder. So let me just go to my home screen.
Home button. Home button.
So I'm on the home screen now, and then I would insert my flash drive where I have the files.
File Manager Plus.
So I'm using File Manager Plus for this demo, and I'm also using a Redmi 13C phone for the demo as well. So I will begin to swipe now till I get to my USB device, which is my flash drive.
Open navigation door but File Manager Plus. More options button.
And this is ETI Eloquent, which I'm also using for the demo. That's the name of the TTS engine. And I'm using Commentary Screen Reader as my screen reader as well.
Main storage 58.3 GB/256 GB. SD card 10.3 GB/31.4 GB. USB storage 4.2 GB/15.7 GB.
So this is my USB storage, which is my flash drive. I will have to click on this USB storage to be able to access these two files. That is the Microsoft One Voice as well as the app itself, the APK file, which I need to install. So now I've clicked on it, I will have to look for the One Voice folder, which is zipped.
Microsoft One, zip 598 MB 27/5/2024.
So this is the Microsoft One zipped folder. Now I will select it. I will swipe forward and then select.
Select button. One selected.
Then I will swipe again till I see the APK file, which I will need to install on the phone after having copied both files into the internal memory of my phone.
Select button. Microsoft Launcher. App 50. Select button. Multits.apk 88.00 MB 27/5/2024.
More tasks. That is the APK file. I will also select it.
Select button. Two selected.
So I've selected both files now. It said two selected. Now I will look for my copy feature so as to be able to copy it. I will just select copy.
Copy.
I will now swipe till I hear open navigation button,
Open navigation door button.
and then click on this open navigation button. And so I will swipe forward again until I get to my home.
Home.
So I click on home.
File Manager Plus.
After having clicked on home, it will say File Manager Plus. Now I will look for my main storage.
Main storage 58.3 GB/256 GB. More options button. Main storage 58.3 GB/256 GB.
So I'm on my main storage now. Then I will look for download because I want to store it on the download folder. That's where I want to save the files or copy the files into. Now we look for download.
Download 10 items 28/5/2024.
So click on download. That is where I've chosen to paste my files. Now we swipe backwards, I think once,
Paste.
and it will say paste. Then click on paste.
Copying.
So it's copying the files now. So I believe it's still copying the files. Let's move forward. That's back and forth.
Copying.
Yes, it's in copying. It's a large folder.
File Manager Plus.
So it has finished copying. So both files are on my phone now, on my download folder on the internal storage of my phone. I will now eject my flash drive
Notification shade.
by going to my notification shade, and then I will move forward till I hear the name of my USB.
System UI General Collapse button. System UI General USB drive tap to safely remove device.
So
Collapse button.
I will move again, collapse button, move again,
Explore button.
move again,
Eject button.
and then I'll eject. And it will say
System UI ejecting general USB drive don't remove.
System UI ejecting USB drive, don't remove. Just leave it for like 3 seconds, after which I would pull out my flash drive. Alright, I think it's high time I pulled it out. Then I would go to my file manager, that is File Manager Plus.
Home button. Home screen 1 to 4.
By going to my home, after getting to my home, I'll now go to the file manager itself.
File Manager Plus. 3 of 5 on the dock. File Manager Plus.
Then I click on File Manager Plus, and then I look for my main storage
Open navigation door button.
by swiping forward.
Main storage. Search. Main storage.
Then click on main storage.
Storage tab selected. Bookmark tab. History tab. Home. Main storage 20 home. Main storage 23% progress bar. Main storage 23 for home.
I will move to my home, and then I click on it.
History tab. Home. File Manager Plus.
After clicking on home, then I move to main storage.
Open navigation door but File Manager Plus. More options button. Main storage 59 GB/256 GB.
I click on main storage, and then I will look for download.
Download 12 items 28/5/2024.
I click on
Main
download.
storage.
After clicking on download, it will say main storage. Then I will look for the file under download. That is the APK file itself is what I want to install now.
Search. View. Multis.apk 88.00 MB 27/5/2024.
It calls it multis.apk. So this is what I will be installing on the phone.
Unknown.
Now it said unknown. I move forward. I swipe forward.
Multis. Do you want to update this app?
It asked if I want to update this app, meaning it has been on the phone before. So I will now, since it's been on the phone, I will just click
Cancel button. Update button.
update button. If it's not on the phone, it will say, do you want to install this app? But since it's on the phone before now, I will just have to click on update button. Swipe to update button, click on it. But normally it's supposed to say, do you want to install this app? But because the APK file has been on the phone, it's saying, do you want to update this file? So I click on update button.
Cancel button. Update button. Multis.
And it's assumed it's updating.
Multis. Multis.package installer.
Let's just believe that it's installing. For those who don't have it on their phone, it will be saying installed.
Xiaomi security scan. Scanning. Play without installing. Trending games.
I'm moving forward. I'm swiping forward now.
Play. Multis. Version. 1 point size. 83.9 MB.
So the APK file alone is 83.9 MB.
Version. 1 point size. 83.9 MB.
So that's the size. So you can see that it's quite huge for just the APK file alone. So let's move forward.
Xiaomi security scan.
Okay. On the Redmi phones, the Xiaomi security scan will first scan the app before it allows it to install. So let's swipe forward.
Scanning. Scanning. Scanning.
It's still scanning.
Scanning. Scanning. Scanning. Scanning.
So it will scan the app very well
Scanning.
before.
Scanning.
But if you don't want to waste time, you just swipe forward.
Scanning. Play without installing.
Okay, I guess it's still scanning the app.
Trending games. Play. Voltage. Version. 1 point per size. 83 point. Show me security scan. Scanning. Select button. Voltage.apk 80. Select button. Voltage.apk 88.00 MB 27/5/2024.
Okay, I believe it has finished installing. And after having installed it, we can now go to the app itself. We already have the One Voice Microsoft app on the phone already. It's already copied and pasted on the internal memory of this phone. Let's swipe backwards to ascertain that.
Select button. Microsoft 1. Zip 590 MB 27/5/2024.
Okay, so the zip file is already here. And
Select button. Voltage.apk 88.00 MB 27/5/2024.
so the multis, that is the APK file, is also here. So it takes time to scan usually. It takes a little bit of time to scan because of the antivirus system on the brand of phone I'm using. So sometimes it wants to scan the app to determine if it is okay, if it is safe to download it, or if it has a virus, or if it's a Trojan horse virus. So I think that's the reason Xiaomi had decided to install that antivirus on the phone. So right now, I'll be going to my home screen, and then I'll be going to Multis APK. I'll be clicking on Multis, and you guys should just watch carefully.
Home button. Home screen 1 of 4.
Now I'll be going to my app tray,
And music 5 of 5 on the dock. Apps.
and then I click on my app tray here,
Micro voice search. 1 of 2 new Bing. 2 of 2 search.
and then I will just swipe till I get to Multis APK, as ETI Eloquence calls it.
Google 1. 37 of 91. Interior. Dual blast. 30 keyboard. 40 of Typo. 41 of 9 watt. 42 of 91.
I had to slide up a little with my finger so that I'll be able to get there on time.
Launcher settings. LinkedIn. 4 maps. 4 meet. 46 of messages. 40 messages SMS. Me browser. 49 of me video. 50 of 91. Midrock. 51 of 9 Monopoly Go. 52 of 91. Multis. 53 of 91.
So this is Multis. I'll click on it.
Permission request. New notification from Multis speaker data not found. Please click on the upper right corner and select Multis.
So I will look for the permission request and grant all the permission it needs.
50% slider. SPD:50.
Anyway, it doesn't really need much permission. I think I will only need to look for more options.
50% slider. Full:50. 25% slider. :25. More options button.
And then after swiping forward to more options, I click on it,
Pop-up window.
and then I'll swipe forward.
Set up TTS.
The first thing you hear is set up TTS. That's not what you need. You swipe again.
Settings.
You see settings,
Import data.
import data, replacement,
BGM.
BGM,
Goals.
rows,
Voice pool.
voice call,
Engines.
engines,
Reload data.
reload data,
Help.
help,
Set up TTS.
set up TTS,
Settings.
settings,
Import data.
and then you go to import data. Click on import data now.
Recent.
And then after clicking on import data, you go to where you have your Microsoft One Voice. For me, I have chosen to let it stay on my download folder. So I'll be going to my File Manager Plus first of all.
Large files unchecked button. Display unchecked button. Browse files and other apps. Bug reports. Drive. File Manager. File Manager Plus.
So I click on File Manager Plus,
File Manager Plus.
and then I look for my main storage.
Open navigation door but file manager plus. More options button. Main storage 59.1 GB slash 256 GB.
Click on main storage. That is where I have chosen to drop my Microsoft One Voice zipped folder where all those voices are. Now I will look for download.
Files from internal memory 2 items 6 to 20. Download 12 items 28 5 2024.
I click on download. After having clicked on download, I will now be looking for the Microsoft One Voice.
Browser 0 item 16 select button. Microsoft 1 zip 598 MB 27 5 2024.
So I'll click on this Microsoft One zip folder. I'll click on it.
One selected.
And it says one selected. Then I keep swiping.
Select button.
I'm swiping forward now.
Multis.apk 88.00 MB 27 5 2024.
No, I don't need to click on this multis anymore. In fact, I need to even delete the APK folder or file itself.
Select button. Safi underscore T2 off. Select button. Select button. The two-step verification. Select button. Cancel. Select. A button. Select.
So I will select before the done button, depending on your brand of phone. But for this brand of phone, there's a select button again before done. So I will click on this select button as I have been swiping forward. I get to the select button and click on it.
New notification from Multits looking for config. More notification from Multits supporting. New notification from Multits supporting. Decompression. New notification from Multits supporting. Decompression progress colon 200. New notification from Multits supporting. Decompression progress colon 300. New notification from Multits supporting. Decompression progress colon 400. New notification from Multits supporting. Decompression progress colon 500. New notification from Multits supporting. Decompression. New notification from Multits supporting. Decompression progress colon 707.91. New notification from Multits data import successful request.
So you heard it, import successful, before it said permission request. So after it has just said successful, that means he has decompressed that zip folder. All the voices on that zip folder has been decompressed. So you now have all those voices. All the voices will now be on the multi APKs. So if you like, you can decide to remove or delete this Microsoft One Voice, because all those files have been extracted into that APK app which I installed. So the zip folder is just for you to be able to use your APK multi TTS app, that's APK file. It's for you to use it to decompress and extract the voices from that folder. So the voices themselves are in the folder, they are zipped up, they are compressed into that folder. So it has to decompress it using the above style. So as it sounds now, I will go to my what do I call it? I go into the app, that is the multi-ties APK file, that's the application itself. I will go into that file. I will have to use the shortcut, which is my overview button or recent, so that I can just get into the app.
Overview button. System launcher. File manager plus unlocked.
So I swipe forward till I hear
Multis locked.
Multis, which is locked. And now I click on it.
Tab selected.
And then I will start looking for the voices. Keep swiping.
More options button. Avatar. Long press to edit. Offline is avatar. Long press to edit. Offline.
I'm swiping forward.
Click the listen button.
There is one called offline. Click to listen button. This is a voice, but I'm very, very sure it's not an English voice. Trust me when I say so, but let me just click on it to listen. Wow, why is it not talking? She says something.
More options button. Avatar. Long press to edit. Offline. NUS. Jenny. Music volume 93.
So this is Jenny. I don't know why it wasn't saying anything.
Avatar, lock, press to edit, Jenny.
So let me click on the click to listen.
Avatar, lock, press to Jenny. Offline. Click the listen button.
The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive.
So that is Jenny. And then you can, if you love the voice, you can just go back and
Offline. Jenny.
click on it. Go, that is, you swipe backwards twice, and then you see the Jenny. You can click on it, and then it will save it up. Then let's look for another voice again. Let's try forward.
Offline. Click the listen button. Avatar, lock, press to edit, offline, menu, avatar, lock, press to edit. Avatar, lock, press to edit, offline, menu, S, guide.
So this is another one called Guy. I will swipe forward twice.
Avatar, lock, press to edit. Guide. Offline. Click the listen button.
Once I hear click to listen button, I click on it and it begins to talk.
The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive.
So that's another wonderful voice called Guy. Now let's swipe forward again. I will be using like 3 or 4 voices here.
Avatar, lock, press to edit, offline, edit, Nirja. Avatar, lock, press to edit. Nirja. Offline. Click the listen button.
Once I hear click to listen, I click on it.
Beauty is an enormous and merited gift given randomly stupidly.
That is really not English. I don't think that's English. Now let's move forward again.
Avatar, lock, press to rapid. Offline. Click the listen button.
The world breaks everyone and afterwards mass drawn at the broken places.
Okay, that is one funny type of music, English. I don't know the voice. Sounds like an Indian voice. I just couldn't make out what it just said now. I'm going to swipe backwards till I hear Jenny. I'm going to use Jenny as a case study. But again, I want you guys to know that you can use 2 different voices simultaneously. Yes, it's possible for you to use 2 different voices for your TTS engine in case you want to do that. So I'm going to go backwards.
Offline. Rapid. Avatar, lock, press to edit. Avatar, lock, press to edit. Click the listen button. Offline. Nirja. Avatar, lock, press to edit. Avatar, lock, press to edit. Offline, edit. Click the listen button. Offline. Guide. Avatar, lock, press to edit. Avatar, lock, press to edit. Click the listen button. Offline. Jenny.
Okay. Now let me click on Jenny.
New notification from multi-set narrator speaker. Jenny. Click the listen button.
So the narrator speaker now is Jenny. So if I decide to change into this multi-taste APK TTS now, it's Jenny that will come up. Now I'm going to draw down my gesture on commentary screen reader to get into the settings and then change from ETI eloquence to the multi-taste APK TTS engine, and you will see what will happen.
Main menu. Main menu. Visual settings. Main TTS engine.
I'm going to now change it to multi-TTS engine.
Select TTS engine, ETI eloquence, TTS/S. Select TTS engine.
So I'm going forward again, moving forward, swiping forward.
Select TTS engine. System TTS engine. Speech recognition and synthesis from Google's ETI eloquence, TTS/multis/org.nobody.multis subject.
There's the multi. So if I click on this now, it will change back to Jenny, since Jenny is just my default voice I'm using. So I will switch to Jenny now. I click on multitask first.
Main TTS engine.
Now it's on Jenny. Now let me move forward.
Main TTS engine. Select TTS engine multi-TTS/org. Nobody.multis.
Multis TTS/org. That is the TTS engine. Now let's move forward.
Open multi-TTS/org. Nobody.multis.
So this is the setup. I'm going to open it from here now.
Permission request.
Now it's asking for some permission. Now let me see the permission it's asking for.
50% slider. SPD 50. 50% slider. Vol 50.
Well, it's not bringing up the permissions, but I know where to go to if I really want to check the permissions. Now let's move on.
25% slider. Fit 25. Tab selected. More options button. Avatar, long press to edit offline ZHCN. Avatar, long press to edit. Offline. Click to listen button. Avatar, long press to edit offline ZHCN. Yunzi. Avatar, long. Offline. Click to listen button.
I'm looking for the English voices though.
Avatar, long press to edit offline. Avatar, long press to edit. Sonia.
So this is Sonia. And now let me move forward and listen to the Sonia voice.
Offline. Click to listen button.
And let me click to listen to it.
I am not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship.
So that's Sonia. Now I can decide to add this Sonia to the Jenny, which I already have, which is speaking currently. I can now decide that I want to add that Sonia to it. But let me still find more voices, probably male. I can decide to remove it at the same time, but let me look for another voice, which is a male voice. Maybe I will look for Guy.
Avatar, long press to Ryan.
Okay, or let me start with Ryan. Ryan is a male voice. If I click on Ryan now, this is what you will hear.
Offline. Click to listen button.
The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive.
That is a male voice. I can decide to now add this Ryan to Jenny, and I can decide to even remove Jenny and let Ryan alone be talking. Let's look for another voice before I do that.
Avatar, long press to edit. Aria.
Aria is female. So if I click to listen to Aria, it's a female voice that will come out, a very sharp female voice like that. Let's swipe forward.
Offline. Click to listen button. The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive.
That is Aria. Now let's swipe forward.
Avatar, long press to edit. Jenny.
Yeah, this Jenny is the present voice we are using now.
Offline. Click to listen button. Lolita, light of my life, fire of my loins, my sin, my soul.
You can hear that is Jenny, the current female voice we are using. Let's swipe forward again.
Multi-TTF. Avatar, long press, Guy. Offline.
This is Guy. Now click to listen to Guy.
Click to listen button.
Beauty is an enormous, unright gift given randomly, stupidly.
Okay, I actually use Guy for a second phone. That's what I'm using for my Redmi 10C. So if I want to add any of these voices now, all I need to do is to swipe backwards, maybe 2 or 3 times.
Offline.
That's from the click to listen button. I swipe once, then swipe again.
Guy.
If I add this Guy now to Jenny, 2 voices will be talking. That's one at a time. So let me add Guy to Jenny.
No notification from
Click to listen button.
Speaker Guy done.
Okay, so Guy done now. That means it's been added. Now, if I'm swiping now, you'll be hearing 2 different voices.
Offline.
Jenny.
You heard that? You had 2 voices. One said offline, which is Guy, and the other said Jenny, which is female. I can even add 3 voices.
Offline.
Click to listen button.
If I click to this, so those are 2 voices now.
Avatar, long press to edit offline ENUS.
Guy.
So this is Guy.
Avatar, long press to edit.
Guy.
Offline.
Click to listen button.
So that is Guy and Jenny.
Avatar, long press to edit offline and in.
Mir.
Avatar, long press to edit.
Mirja.
This Ninja is another voice entirely. So if I want to go remove this Guy now, all I need to do is to swipe back to Guy and click on it.
Avatar, long press to edit.
Avatar, long press to edit offline and
Click to listen button.
offline.
Guy.
So I'm on Guy now. If I want to remove it, all I need to do again is to click on Guy and it will give a notification that it's been removed.
New notification from
Guy.
remove narrator speaker guy done.
So that means the guy has been removed. So if I'm swiping now, you'll be hearing just Jenny alone. Jenny happens to be one of my best voices on these narrator voices.
Avatar, long press to edit offline ENUS. Click to listen button, offline. Jenny.
So this happens to be one of my best voices.
Avatar, long press to click to listen button, offline. Aria.
Yeah, Aria is too sharp for me, so I don't use it very often.
Offline. Click to listen button.
So this is Aria.
The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive.
So let me swipe backwards again.
Offline. Aria. Avatar, long, click to listen button, offline. Ryan.
So Ryan is another wonderful male voice I like. But for now, if I want to use 3 voices, I can use them and I can as well remove them. Once you click on it, it will start using the same voice with the other voice you've been using. And once you click back on it again, it will remove that voice. So that's what I'm trying to say in essence. So I believe that I've been able to put you all through this demo with regards to Microsoft One voices and how you can decide to use them. You can as well increase your speech rate from your phone the way you do it, and I think you can as well do it on the application itself. Now I'm going to look for settings and check if all the permissions have been granted.
Home button.
Because it looks like if even without granting permission, it will still work.
Home screen 1 of 4.
Let me look for my settings.
Settings. Settings.
So I'm on settings now. Let me look for apps.
Apps.
And now let me
Apps.
look for
Back button. Apps.
I think manage apps.
Manage apps. Manage apps.
Now let me look for
Back. More. Manage app. Sorting by app. Multi-TTS 1.04 GB.
multi-TTS. Nice. I will click on.
App info.
Now after clicking on it, I look for the permissions.
Back. More. App info. Multi-TTS. Version 1.3.7. Storage 1.04 GB. Data usage 0B. Battery 3.4%. Permissions. Pause app activity if unused. Permissions. Pause app activity. Checkbox. App permissions. Manage permissions related to location, storage, phone, messages, and contacts.
I think these are all the permissions it needs, but let's click on it if there's anyone that is still lacking.
App permissions. App permissions. Navigate up button. More options button. Multi-TTS. Multi-TTS button. Allowed. No permissions allowed.
It's saying no permissions allowed, so you have to come and allow it under these settings and under apps. And then you click on managed or manage apps.
Not allowed. Notifications. Unused app settings. Pause app activity if unused app notifications. Not allowed. Notifications. Settings.
Let's click on notifications.
Back button. Multi-TTS. Show notifications unchecked.
Click on show notifications. Though sometimes I don't like clicking on this.
Checkbox. Allow notification. Allow floating notifications checked. Allow floating. Allow playing. Allow vibrate. Allow permanent notifications checked. Notification. This app hasn't received any notifications yet. Back button. App permissions.
So you can decide to allow notification or you can decide to leave it. It will still work.
App permissions. Navigate up button. More options button. Multi-TTS. Multi-TTS button. Allowed. Notifications. Not allowed. No permissions denied.
So now it's saying no permissions denied. So that means all the permissions has been allowed, except only that notification, which I just checked. So you can decide to uncheck it if you don't think it necessary. If you don't deem it necessary, you can decide to uncheck it or disallow it. So I believe that I've covered everything regarding this application. Well, it's not as smart as the conventional ETI eloquence or smart voice, but at least the voices are very good, because on some phones it lag behind. It's not really, once you touch it, it takes time to respond. I don't know, I don't find that problem with this my type of phone. It works pretty well, and it also has been serving me well. All I need to do is to do everything that it takes to make it work. Go to my auto start, ensure that it's on auto start, so that when I turn off and turn on my phone, it will start immediately. Then I will have to now lock it up by locking the app under security on my Redmi phones. And once I'm done with all this too, I'm good to go. The app will work so well and it will never stop. Even when you turn off your screen, it will never go off like it does on some brand of phones, which I really wouldn't want to mention now. So that's how the app works. So if you have it on your phone, you can decide to choose any desirable voice, any voice you feel it's okay for you. So I would want you all to continue to listen to our videos, watch and listen to our videos, and then you can now share them to those who have no knowledge on these demos. Alright, I hope to be back some other time to give you some good new demos on how you can use your phone and other technology devices